to heat up your frozen dinners, grab your TV tray, and settle in for another episode of the Plus Platoon, your podcast for all things Disney Plus, brought to you by Disney Plus fans. Watch along with us every week as we cover all the new, the old, the good, and the bad on Disney Plus. So put down that remote, don't touch that dial, and welcome your fabulous Plus Platoon host.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Plus Platoon. We're a Disney Plus fan podcast that gives honest, spoiler-filled reviews of movies and shows on Disney Plus. We'll look at new releases, coming attractions, and we'll even go back into the vault to revisit some of the classic Disney that's on the platform. Make sure you're subscribed and you will never miss a moment. I'm going to bring in our producer, Gina, this week. Gina, good to see you.
Hi, I'm so excited. I have a newer computer and my mic actually works.
Hey, that's it. Yeah, and anyone who's heard her past couple times she's been on, yeah, she sounds much, much better right now.
So I'm happy to be here.
And we got Steve. Steve, how's your week going?
It's going.
Yeah. Yeah. Guys, if you have not already, please like, subscribe, share. We got some really fun shows coming up. We got a new Disney movie we're going to be looking at next week, and then we're going to be looking at some really classic stuff in, especially in the month of October. So you're not going to want to miss any of that. But this week we watched the happiest story on earth, 70 years of Disneyland. This was a 2020 special on ABC that aired on this past Sunday night, and it basically showed about the first 20 minutes were the problems Walt had building Disneyland and the process of business Disneyland. Then the next hour was celebrities talking about how much they like the current Disneyland and a few glimpses back. And then there was 20 minutes of, about 10 minutes of, by the way, this is what new stuff that's going to be coming in like 5 years, but come see us now because, of course, it's almost ready. So on this, I want to know, what was your favorite out of this? What was your favorite section? What was the favorite story you heard about Disneyland? What was the favorite part about this that you liked? Gina, I want you to give us one for right now.
Okay. So I'm going to talk about the Richard Sherman portion because it's a small world is one of the iconic rides, and he did write that last verse and he gave it to Bob Iger. I didn't know that. I didn't know he had a little note and he handed it to Bob Iger and he sat with Bob and they read it. I really liked that part. And then I enjoyed when I went on the ride, you could actually hear it. It wasn't muffled at all, even with all the people in the car with you, because when they showed the son and the daughter, of course they could hear it perfectly. It was just the two of them. But when I went on the ride with my friends and a bunch of people, you could still hear it. So I really liked that they played it the way it sounds while you're in the car, and Richard and Richard's daughter and son could enjoy it the way that I got to enjoy it with people in the car. So that was
I would agree with that. At Disney World, they also have added it. It plays in the last room, and you can hear and understand it.
So I do appreciate that.
Steve, what was your favorite section?
My favorite, even though I've seen them many times, it's the clips from the opening day, like the opening of the drawbridge. And I really enjoyed when they are talking to the people who are their kids and their memories there. And that's what I'm fascinated. Like, I've seen it many times, but all those old clips about how it was really like a disaster behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
But still ended up being a huge hit. I guess found that interesting. So I know I've seen all those, but I really enjoyed that aspect of it because I hadn't seen that stuff in a while. So that was very entertaining.
I did like the boy who's now like 78 years old. I liked him. He was cool.
And then the highlighting, seeing him like running,
yeah,
like walking only.
Yeah, sure. For me, I think my favorite part was when, there was for their 10th anniversary, they did a special and there was a gal dressed like a equestrian rider for some reason. She had the little equestrian hat on and he took her around and he showed her the Birds for Tiki rooms and he showed her some of the pirate mock-ups. I loved the interviews with her.
She was cool.
Now that talking about basically, you know, how Walt lit up when he would talk about the stuff off camera, even more than he did on camera. So that was actually the one little piece I had not seen before was her current interviews.
True.
Because I would admit a lot of this stuff was recycled footage. A lot of it was recycled.
A lot was.
Especially if you've been following either their Twitter or their Facebook pages for the Disney parks. I mean, the Josh Gad section was repeat. I mean, we've all seen that before.
So that costume that gal was wearing was the old VIP tour guide costume.
Because it looks similar to the current one without the hat.
Yeah.
The hat just didn't make sense.
The hat was required until like 1983 or something. It was required as part of their costuming.
Yes. And like carrying like the riding crop.
Yes. The rod. Yeah. It was definitely an equestrian look.
Okay, now sometimes that riding crop could come in handy to get the crowds out of the way.
Yeah.
But
it's true.
And Gene, I know you had another section you really enjoyed.
So the other favorite was seeing Bob Gurr riding in his fire engine. Now, the only reason that I enjoyed it personally is I was there on July 17th, and that was actual footage from July 17th. All the other footage that they showed was not from July 17th. So that's a little insider news right there.
The before they opened type scene of like all the cast members on Main Street, I have a feeling that was.
Oh, that was before public was allowed, though. No public was allowed in there. It was all actors.
Yeah, any other time the public was there. And one thing you got to remember is the 17th of July has already happened like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Okay. So this was billed as basically it's a celebration of Disneyland. But was it more facts or fluff? Steve, I think I know which way you're going, but which way?
I think, well, we were talking before we came on the air or whatever, and I think for like diehard fans really into it, this was just all fluff. Like I've seen pretty much all of it, heard of it, knew all of it, but if you're a casual Disney fan, it's probably a lot of new facts that you don't know. So it depends on where you fall in that camp. For me, it was definitely fluff. I mean, I got to the point where I started losing interest and started like walking around and doing other things and sort of was sticking with it so we could talk about it.
Yeah, I will admit that I actually took a pause about halfway through and like watched the second half the next day just because I was losing the interest. And I will say this is one where the first half was better than the second half.
I agree.
Because the second half got a lot. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't care about Harry and Kate and what they like at Disneyland. I really don't. Whatever.
Megan, wrong wife.
Whatever. I don't care. Again, I don't care.
I know.
No, this was as you said, Steve, for diehard Disneyland fans, this is not our special. This is not that special. And I mean, I've only been a couple times, but I am a huge Disney history fan. So again, you're right. You know, the gas leak by the castle. A lot of people are going to go, "What? There was a gas leak?" That's not new information.
The choosing between toilets and water fountains was not new
information. No. The asphalt being poured that morning was not new. There was not really new information in this. Even the fact that, you know, it being called Black Sunday, a lot of people called it Black Sunday. Bob Gurr goes, "Oh no, it wasn't." Yeah, everybody called it Black Sunday. It was a disaster. It's the reason that Disney World didn't do their official opening until like a month later. So, I mean, there were facts there, but there were no new facts.
Correct.
So, Gina, would you agree? I'm assuming.
I agree. The only thing I'd like to add is this is for your cousin who lives in Tulsa, Oklahoma, who's only been to Disney World a handful of times and Disneyland even less. She texted me, "Did you see the special? It was so good." And she likes Disney, but she's not us. She's not DVC. She's not going every year, every week. Me. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this was aired on ABC's 2020. In Disney Plus, it is listed as news. Should specials like this be called news? And I'm also going to throw in the National Geographic a couple years ago did the Epcot Becoming one, where basically, they showed how Epcot was changing over, which again, it was all old, especially when it first came out. It was the old. It was like the 50th anniversary fireworks show that had already been like come and gone. Should, for the lack of a better term, should infomercials like this be called news? And to me, this wasn't news. If you want to call it a celebration of Disney World, Disneyland, fine. I got no issues with that. I got no issues with it being on this. I even show it on 2020. I don't care, but don't list it as news. This was not news because there was no new information, because nothing happened, and it's all 2 months, at minimum 2 months old.
What is it called when they do like People Magazine's top 20, whatever? That's what it should be under, like whatever that kind of
that's
show
like
is.
to me that's like a special,
That's
or
what, yeah, this should have been a
like,
special.
but like Derek took the word out of my mouth. Like some of this started moving into the infomercial where you're trying to
moving. What was it?
Well, it started off where you're giving some history where it all came from, but then it quickly moved into that almost that you're selling me an hour or two, whatever how long it was, info commercial. Come and see us. Come watch this.
We're good.
Yeah.
We do fun things. We're philanthropic. True. I'm trying. Oh, a magazine. That's what it's like. It's like TMZ. It's like a magazine where here's
Like
all the endorsements
yeah.
of the famous people that have done it, and you want to be like them.
Yeah.
A magazine. That's what it is.
And I'm sorry, it took me so long to figure out who one of the gals was. It was the gal who was in the 23 or 24 Haunted Mansion movie that came out.
Tiffany Haddish.
It took me so long to figure out why she was involved with this until I realized the movie was terrible. So now it wasn't Eddie Murphy terrible, but it also wasn't the Muppets version.
No, it wasn't as good as the Muppets. I agree.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I think they did better when they're asking the only way I know to say it is the common folk instead of the celebrities' view or memories of Disney. Like I found that more interesting. The common person of how they remember how growing up, like the first children's. I liked how there was the one we were talking about earlier, the guide and her story of it.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that. And Gina, check the private messages. Gina and Steve and I, when they see, when you're not getting the original, you're not getting the official Disney line, you're not getting the actors and actresses who obviously are part of this. Just the common people in this is a whole lot easier. And it just gets you more of a stuff that's a little bit out of left field. So it's and there are those moments that everybody thinks of as this is my favorite Disneyland moment. Josh Gad talks about the Jungle Cruise has always been his favorite. The line was hilarious though, where he went in an interview and said that the joke I had not seen of his, said he wanted to work at attractions. They put him in snacks because they said it looked like he really enjoyed snacks.
Yes, that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Self-deprecation or whatever is just fun. But I want to know, and I'm going to say it can either be, okay, let's stick land for this. What is your favorite Disneyland moment? You're on a trip. What is the moment that it's one of those, this is it. This is that moment of, oh my gosh, yes. Gina, I'll start with you.
Oh my gosh, this is so hard because I go every week. I honestly go every week. When I walk down Main Street and I can smell the waffles.
And you can see
and
the castle, which this on my shirt is real size.
Yeah, and I can hear the songs playing. They have the Hello Dolly songs playing in the background, and you can hear the Dapper Dan. Sometimes if you're walking away from them, you can hear them. That is my moment of I'm here. And it was interesting in that, especially because they did touch on DCA. And I was like, why are you touching on DCA? This is Disneyland's 70th. It is not DCA's 70th, but I don't care. Like, it's not about DCA. What they spent like 15 minutes. Who cares?
I know, because they had to make it 2 hours.
That was ridiculous. This is Disneyland's moment. So my favorite moment each trip is walking down Main Street. And then whatever we get to do, sometimes I just go to the lounge and sit there. Sometimes I'll have lunch. Sometimes I'll just go to the castle and walk around and get my steps. So Main Street, it's every trip I walk down Main Street. So
Steve?
Okay. So I have 3.
And you can include DCA if you want to.
Yeah.
I
have actually 3.
Okay.
So my first is I love rope dropping, the strategy behind it, of being at the front, being the first one on a ride. I find it as a challenge. It's the excitement.
And it works so much better at Disneyland because you can actually be first.
Yes.
Because nobody wants to do it.
Well, it's just that excitement of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then adding on to that is when I travel with new people who have never been or have not been in a long while, of being able to share my knowledge, like, of the park, like just the little ins and outs, being able to point out the small little details that most people miss, like the red and white light bulb, or if you're in the market house telling them to go pick up the phone, like those little details that most people will miss. I love that. And then for me, it's just like Gina, I go 5-6 times a year, and it's just being able to slow down and pick out the little details that I've been so many times. I could put my focus elsewhere and pick up on those little details of going, oh, very nice. Like, just how well designed it is.
Yeah. For me, I've only been to Disneyland twice. And one of those times, let me pull over my favorite moment from Disney World, which lately has actually been brought back. My favorite moment, if I could go anywhere, anytime, I'm sitting on the curb on Main Street, and that opening bass note of Main Street Electrical Parade plays, which they have brought back with the Starlight.
That's awesome.
And
Paint the Night. Paint the Night has it too.
Paint the Night has it too. Well, yeah. I think they realized that's just one of those. It's a cue note. It's a, by the way, now you need to start paying attention.
Yeah.
I would say of my Disneyland trips, I would honestly say probably the fireworks. What was my favorite? Because I'm a huge fireworks show fan. I know I've talked to people who say it's the lighting up of Cars Land. I've talked to people who say it's the when you walk through and all of a sudden you see the castle, which is that moment for me. Is the second moment of that for me from at Disney World.
It's way more impressive at Magic Kingdom. It is way more impressive at Magic Kingdom.
At Disneyland, you kind of look at it and go, "That's it."
It's not it's not about seeing the castle.
Especially if you've been to World.
Yeah, it's not about seeing the castle.
World. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
for World, it's mine.
Yeah. But as Steve said, there's so many just Disney moments of now, okay, I'm going to show my ignorance. Red light, white light. What do you mean?
So at the Coke refreshment corner, they have one light in the corner that is half red, half white. Because when they were putting up the lights, Walt did not want 2 reds or 2 whites because to throw it off. So they have it half painted there. So it's up in the corner, but easily missed if you don't know where to be looking.
Okay.
So next time you're there.
I have heard that. Yeah.
So it's very cool.
I think one moment I actually got to experience on my first trip that I didn't on my second is they had Hyperspace Mountain. So going up that, which means it's themed to Star Wars. So going up that lift hill on Star Wars and it's the opening theme was really cool.
Yeah.
Um, there's just so many just completely Disney moments
Yes.
at all of their parks.
I think it's also just like the Disney first. Like that's what we look for each time is what is a first. It could be being escorted off a ride that number of times I've gone, it's only happened twice for me. Or
Okay, which
Wow.
rides for you?
Ratatouille in Epcot,
Okay.
and then Rise of the Resistance in Disneyland.
Okay. For
Yeah.
us, I have been escorted off of the old Splash Mountain. And we were actually near the top.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, at Disneyland, Rise, Big Thunder Mountain, Space Mountain,
Yes.
Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else I've been escorted
okay,
off.
how do they get you down on Peter Pan? I'm assuming you were up and
They
hanging.
had to they had to turn all the lights on. They had to unlock us one by one and hand walk us all the
platform?
way to the platform.
Okay.
Yeah. That was the cool one. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Space Mountain, they just turn the lights on and same thing. They
Yeah.
unlock you car by car.
And then they walk you off.
Yeah, Big Thunder, they didn't unlock us because it was at the lift hill. So we had to just be very careful and get walked off from the steps. It was at the lift hill where the goat is. I'm
Okay.
trying to think Worlds if I've ever
Do you
been.
count getting walked off of a ride if at Big Thunder at Magic Kingdom we were literally we had come to that stop point right before you go and then unload, and that's where they had to walk us off from?
That counts?
That's a walk off. That counts.
That counts.
Walk up. Okay.
Oh, Cars Land on Radiator Springs Racers. My poor husband was at an angle like this. They had to get ladders and they had to get escorted off of the ladder.
Why did
I was
they
lucky.
stop them there?
They got stuck. They got stuck
Oh.
and they couldn't unlock it. So they
That's
were at
weird.
they were at an angle. And then luckily Vicky and I were behind. And so they didn't have to get a ladder. We just had to jump down from where we were.
Gotcha.
You don't realize how high you are from the
those
vehicle to
tanks
the
are
ground.
huge. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea. So they had to get ladders to get
Yeah.
those poor people out at the angle.
I also just enjoy like the B mode when you hit an attraction and you're in B mode.
That's fun.
Like going,
Rise.
oh, okay.
Like Rise.
Yeah.
and
Well,
Rise.
Millennium Falcon has some very funny B modes with
They
Hondo.
do.
That just cracked me up.
Well,
But-
like if they're having trouble unloading and
Yes.
and you have to
Unloading or there's a glitch. Yes, you get a little total spiel. But really, it's the enjoyment of watching someone else for the first time, like holding
like that.
back. I mean, one of my favorites is taking people on Goofy Sky School and basically telling them either you're going to love this or you're going to hate it.
That's
So-
fair. Yeah, and just seeing it through the eyes of like the fireworks shows when the kids that are sitting on the parents' shoulders that have never seen this before, and it's that's that and just the shot, and then that moment that Tink comes out is just a wow moment. But I think that's one thing that Disney does the best is always has those moments of where anyone can forget that they're an adult and just have that wonder of being a kid again.
I think we've
Absolutely.
mentioned it before on this show. It's one place where I can turn off my brain about my job.
Yes.
Mhm. Even though there's tons of children there, we don't have to worry about them.
We don't
They're
have to
not
worry about
ours.
those kids. Yeah.
They're not
And
ours.
I said I've only been there to land twice, but I've been to World probably 30 to 35 times. And it's something about going through those gates, and especially going into whichever park I'm going into for the first time on a trip. It's just one of those, my mind may not shut off. My mind may be, okay, we should go here, 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 and that kind of stuff. But that doesn't take energy. That doesn't take mental energy for those of us who have the sickness.
Yeah.
True.
It's, as Steve said, it's a place where I can go and I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to worry about anything life outside of that berm.
Yeah, we just went with a family friend, this past summer who had not been in years. and she went home, and she still talks about it with her family, of just how we made it such a great trip,
So
of
good.
just showing her our enjoyment.
That's so great. Okay, I do have another thought though, based on this Disneyland thing, and Derek, you touched upon it. The nighttime show. I don't remember when, but having Walt say he wants the people to stay later and
Yeah.
how to get them to stay.
Mhm.
That was another favorite part. I did love that he was like, yes, let's keep the people here. I don't want them to leave at dinner time.
Because they need to
Stay.
spend the money to stay and
Yeah,
eat dinner.
stay.
Yeah.
Eat dinner here. I'll put on a show for you. And that's still one of the things every year. I only do once a year. Every year I'll pick one night and I'll stay to watch fireworks, or I'll stay for candlelight, or I'll stay for the paint the
Well,
night.
And I'm sorry for all of those who love World of Color more than the fireworks. You're wrong. It's there's
But I
World of Color is neat. There's something about Disney fireworks.
But I think going back to World of Color and Fantasmic, I remember in Fantasmic seeing it the first time it had just come out. And I think that's where Disney keeps needing to pushing that technology thing of, I remember the first time seeing the projections on the screens of water,
Mhm.
like blown away.
Which Disney
by
was the first pair of people to do that.
do it right. So
Yeah.
I think if that's where they're going to do things, of those wow moments of where it just catches you, of
I mean,
and
on
then
Rise, when you go in and you see the full-size Imperial Walkers. Yes,
Mhm.
yes, the opening thing with all the stormtroopers in the windows there. Yes, that's cool. But that can be but then when you go in and all of a sudden there's those 2 full-size Imperial Walkers, it's a whoa.
Yeah.
They
Our
built
friend
that.
who went, there was a gasp from her.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Yeah.
I think
Or-
that has been my most recent, oh wow,
Yeah.
moment.
And I remember the first time seeing the Millennium Falcon, like coming around the
Yeah,
bend.
And
that's
there it
cool.
is.
That is cool.
That is
That's
so cool.
oh wow, it's really there. Yeah. So, okay, guys, real quick. Okay, no, not Pixie Dust. We're not going to
Okay.
Pixie Dust quite yet.
Okay.
Favorite Disneyland moment ever.
Oh,
Favorite.
gosh. Okay.
This is the one thing I will always remember.
I know
She has
mine.
so many to think of. Steve, go ahead.
I have so
Mine
many.
is there's the Parkology Challenge, which is attempting to ride all operating rides. For Disneyland, it's Disneyland California Adventure. So I tried once on my birthday, I failed. I came back about a year later. So in one day, I rode 52 rides in one day. So all operating, moving rides. So that
with Lightning Lane.
I did use Lightning Lane.
Yeah.
But I had planned for months. I was up looking at like wait times and mapping things out, like what time to pick up Lightning Lanes. Started at 7:30 in the morning, ended up shortly after 11 with Space Mountain, which is one of my favorites. But it's just one of those cool facts. So when I hear people, oh, we got through 9 rides today, I'm one.
9
that's nothing.
rides. Oh, so you showed up at like 7:30 in the evening, right?
Yeah. But I rode, because of that challenge, I rode the canoes, which I've never rode before. I did things I've never done that gave me another experience. Like, okay. So that's probably one of my favorite moments.
That's great.
Okay. My favorite Disneyland moment is actually not in a park. And you know what I'm going for.
Yeah, I know what it is. That's great.
My wife and I were out there. We actually met Gina and we actually met Kate from the show at one of the Disney restaurants in
Storytellers at
Storytellers
Storytellers Cafe.
where there's Mickey and Minnie and Pluto and Chip and Dale, maybe.
Yep, that's exactly right.
And those of you who may not know, Kate was good friends with Mickey at Magic Kingdom for years, and
Minnie.
for years and years,
And Minnie and Chip and Dale.
Minnie and Chip and or Dale, and just seeing her interactions with. It was her first time since she had left Disney, interacting with Mickey and Minnie and the chipmunks and such, and just her when she told them that she was a former friend of Mickey and Minnie, those characters showed her so much attention because there's that connection there, including there's pictures out there, and Gina, I actually don't know if I have it. I may still need to get it back from you if you have it.
I do.
We actually got the picture of there's the 4 of us and then all of the characters at once
From the Storytellers.
from
That's
Storytellers
special.
Cafe,
That's
which
special.
doesn't happen. And it was the character's idea to say, okay, we need to get these people, all of these pictures, and just watching her interact and kind of have that closure. And she got left with COVID, and it wasn't a great situation.
It's not,
But just that situation with her is my top 5, probably my top 5 memories ever at a Disney park.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing.
So, Gina, I know you have thousands.
I'm going to choose.
What's one?
Okay.
I do have another one.
I'll choose a childhood. I'll choose a childhood
Okay,
one.
then pick 2. If he's going to stick another one, you can have 2.
I'll do my childhood one though. So growing up in Orange County, it was just a rite of passage. You always go to Disneyland, always. And one of the years, I was just begging my parents, can we just go? Like, it's summer. Can we just go? Please. What is going on? And my brother was an infant. No, he was he must have been 2. He was 2 or 3. Nope. Your brother didn't take a nap. We're not going. I'm like, oh my gosh, this kid.
My brother, I can make him take a nap.
This kid, yeah, exactly. This kid is killing me. Anyway, long story short, they totally tricked me, got in the car, did a nighttime Disneyland. I'm probably 8 or 9, did a nighttime Disneyland. The photos of me, I am so excited. My eyes are huge. You see me on, he took a picture of me on Haunted Mansion. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the best day ever. There's a picture of me on Main Street. I'm super excited. There's a picture of me at Space Mountain. It was just so exciting because it was like, darn it, my brother won't take this nap and I'm stuck at home because of this kid. Mm-hmm. And then they tricked me and we got to go and we got to have the best night. That was one of my favorite moments. I was like 8 or 9. It was so good. And the photos are hilarious. All right, Steve, what's your other one?
So my other one is, so I went to Disneyland for my honeymoon and my wedding suit was like a bright blue, I think Donald Duck blue. Because Donald Duck's my favorite character. Red bow tie. So want to go into the park so I can meet Donald wearing my suit. And at that time, Donald was wearing a blue suit, red bow tie. And when he saw me, I guess probably one of the best, like total posing for the camera, probably one, I mean, because he saw me and just like beelined for me. So it was probably one of the best character interactions I've had in a park. So I have a great photo from it. So
that's great.
Yeah, so if I need to pick a second one, it's actually, and I don't think I can't pull up the pictures on here just because I don't have them easily accessible. My boy's first time at Disney World at Magic Kingdom. We have pictures of him on Main Street. And one of my favorite pictures of him at all time is, so we went with my folks and my mom was being pushed in a wheelchair and we're at the end of Main Street and he's taken my mom's hand and he's 2 and he is leading her. He's got her hand. It's one of those, it's almost a come on grandma, let's go do this.
Oh, so cute.
And I'm pushing it, looking down at him, and she's pushing it down, and he has that confidence of, okay, let's head for this castle. Let's go have some fun. So that is my, and then just that whole, and the other part of that day is that was when they brought Main Street Electrical Parade back.
Oh my gosh.
We actually got to sit in the VIP section because we didn't know it was VIP section. And with my mom in the wheelchair, the guy just said, yeah, you can stay there. Why not? Actually, we were going to be across the way, but obviously you can't stay there. And it's just kind of a case of the guy said, yeah, come on over. Yeah, you can sit over here. And the princess is looking at him and just, he had listened to that music because I've got the record. And so he'd listened to that music since he was
in utero, probably.
Probably
yeah.
in utero. Realistically,
yeah.
probably in utero.
I believe
because that song when he was a baby would actually be one that would calm him down.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh,
just that opening bass note, but just
so
the
good.
look on his face and his experience that entire day was just amazing. And he was 2. He had one 30-minute nap as we were in line for Pirates.
Hey.
I was holding and rocking. I sit down at Pirates and he wakes up. Now, he's not fussy. He's a little squirmy when
Oh.
waiting for wishes, but okay, who wasn't? Then we were going to swing in. So we watch wishes. It's 10:20. We're going to swing into the shops, that jewelry store there on Main Street. 2 seconds, then going to walk right back out to go home. We walk into that room. My wife's carrying him. The air conditioning hits him out like a light.
Nice.
I mean, instantly.
That's amazing.
We stayed and shopped. We watched the second parade.
That's amazing. That's the best night ever.
Yeah. So it's just one of those where because we had woken up at like 6:30 that morning, so we had to drive over from the beach, and he didn't sleep on the way over, and he didn't sleep. I said the only time he ever slept was waiting in line at Pirates, but it's one of those just how the beginning of his love for Disney, and just watching the pictures I have of him at Disney through the years, with Duffy, holding his own Duffy.
Oh, so cute.
And his senior picture is one of his senior. So his band has an early picture of him and then a now picture of him. Well, it's him at about 4 in Eeyore's gloomy place. In that Eeyore hut in the Winnie the Pooh ride.
Yes.
Well, now we got one of him now
in
in
yours.
that same spot.
Hut. So cute.
So it's just the Disney memories of him. So
I love it. I love it.
Okay. All right. As we always do, we do cups of pixie dust out of 5 for not for your memories of Disneyland and all that kind of stuff, for just the Disneyland at 50 special cups of pixie dust out of 5. Gina.
It's a 2. Sorry. Unless you don't go to Disneyland every week, and if you're like my cousin, but for regular people who like it, I would not watch this again. So that's mine. Go ahead, Steve.
I'm with you at 2. As so hoping for so much more, but if you're a diehard Disney fan, 2.
I'd probably go 2. I'm probably going to go 2.5 just because of it's hard for me to actually turn off anything Disney that's on, anything like this. I don't know that
but stopped. You stopped halfway.
Well, right. But then I was okay picking it back up. And I would watch the first half of this again.
Okay.
The first
I
half
agree that.
I would watch basically up to about Josh Gad. I would watch again.
I don't think I would.
And really, even, yes, the Peter Pan, the Pirates of the Caribbean stuff we've all seen before. But who minds seeing stuff about Pirates of the Caribbean? The Jungle Cruise stuff we've always seen before. But who minds seeing stuff about the Jungle Cruise? Really, up until about the Harry and Meghan,
the celebrity BS.
I mean, even though the Neil Patrick Harris stuff I actually didn't mind as much because of his love for Disney,
right?
Is documented. Jamie Lee Curtis, I didn't mind. The Harry and Meghan kind of lost me, and the Make-A-Wish honestly kind of lost me because it was very much a toot your own horn type thing.
Yes,
but the first half of this, if it's on, if someone wants to watch it while I'm in the room, yeah, okay, sure, and I'll watch what I want to and not pay attention to what I don't want to.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. With Kate not here, we do have some Disney Plus news this week. First thing is that Daredevil Born Again has been picked up for a 3rd season. They're shooting season 2 at the moment. As we speak, I think I don't really even know.
Steve, do you watch that?
No.
Yeah.
I watched the few. It was gory. I think it's because I don't know about the backstory, and it was just too slow moving for me to stick with it. So
that's fair. Fantastic Four has been released to streaming purchase, meaning it will likely hit Disney Plus sometime late October. And for better or worse, we probably will be watching that one just because it will be needed for Avengers Doomsday, which is coming. I'm guessing anyway, especially even the tie-in at the end of Thunderbolts.
Oh yeah.
And then the only one I actually may watch willingly is there's a new Prep and Landing short coming to Disney Plus on November 28th. They're the
Cute.
two elves that
Christmas. Yeah.
It's a Christmas thing. It'll come out
Christmas.
Thanksgiving. They're cute.
They're cute. The kids really like it.
David Spade and someone else. Okay, who did Flick? Was that David Spade?
No.
Voiced Flick.
I don't remember. Anyway.
But anyway, it's very much a
It's elves saving Christmas, and the kids really like it. There's a lot of good sight gags.
Sorry, Dave Foley.
Oh, Dave Foley's great.
And Dave Foley was Flick.
Yeah.
He is one of them. And Derek Richardson is the other guy, which
I don't know him.
Sure.
I don't know him, but okay. It's a cute show, and the kids, second graders, I play it every year, and they love it.
Yeah. I watch it every year.
Yeah.
So I enjoy it. So, okay. Next week, we are watching Elio. It's the summer Pixar film. Gina, have you seen it?
No.
Steve?
No, I've not seen it.
We're gonna have to.
Pete watched it this last week. And I know Kate hasn't seen it. I haven't seen it yet. So we'll all be coming into this fresh. None of us watched it in the theaters. So we'll see. I mean, the reviews weren't great, but then it did okay box office wise ish, mainly because there was nothing out for kids.
Right.
So that's next week. If you have suggestions of what we should watch coming up, though, please send us an email at plusplatoon@gmail.com. Send us a message, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I know we've gotten a couple recommendations offline from people who have contacted me differently.
Good.
One of them we're actually going to wait until. Apparently Camp Rock 3 is filming right now or has been greenlit. We're going to watch Camp Rock 1 right before it comes out, which
I love it. You might hate it. It's High School Musical, but at camp.
But not as good. Okay.
It's
then
the same.
that doesn't bode well. But if you have suggestions, please send them to us. I'm sometimes tired of picking all the shows. So let us know what you want us to watch. We have new episodes every Thursday on YouTube and all the major podcasting services. For Gina and Steve, Pete and Kate in absentia, we will see everyone next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of the Plus Platoon. Be sure to subscribe to the Plus Platoon podcast to keep getting great content each week. Then head over to Apple Podcast and leave those 5-star reviews as they help make the Plus Platoon visible to even more Disney Plus fans. Also, go to YouTube and like and subscribe to the Plus Platoon channel, where you can watch all future episodes live. If you have a question for the Plus Platoon, please send us an email to plusplatoon@gmail.com or connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram @plusplatoon.
The Plus Platoon is a Disney Plus fan podcast and is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company or the Disney Plus streaming service. All opinions expressed on the show are solely those of the individual hosts and in no way reflect the views of the Walt Disney Company.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for next week's episode because the Plus Platoon is to be continued.